Evening. 7:30 London time. Should be out, isn't it? But no, I'm with you guys. What a sad guy I am. But the reason is reset season. And this past year, this year and the coming year will probably set your financial pathway, right? I got into crypto, started researching it properly in 2016, started deploying capital in 2017. And it was only the summertime that my brain was starting to realize the magnitude of what was happening. Went through just a few months of not being in crypto probably cost me millions. Yep. A couple missteps, not mistakes, really hurt me. I can go to another time, but trust me, a few months here and there, thinking you're doing the right thing by keeping capital in, to protect your potential tax gains and all that kind of stuff from moving funds around, cost me crap ton, millions and millions. So 2021 we're in. The year is almost the third way through. But this decade is still young, right? We're still in the second year of this decade. So you got 8.5 years. What are these 8.5 years going to be like for you guys? It's all up to you. It's all up to you and how your brain starts accepting the reality of what is happening out there. I know in England, the financial education is not that great. So at least in America, people are aggressive. People are aggressive with their money, and when they're aggressive with their money, they look to experts, look to deploy capital, even gamble. I'm sure that's the part of learning to be a trader and investor. These guys like Warren Buffett always tell you not to do it, but you kind of have to do it. It's really hard unless you, as a kid, start learning the rules of investment, which is why I'm reading The Richest Man in Babylon as an audio book, because that should be taught to your kids. They should have a copy of that without question. I've only read a few of Arthur Hayes' blog, right? They are gold mines of information, and they're real time, not written in 1936, even though that's a classic. The classics are classics for a reason. You got billionaires now sharing their thoughts in real time. You got Chamath, Elon, Michael Saylor, the list goes on, and you got Balaji along with it. Yeah, so obviously these guys can run rings around me. They're billionaires. I'm just a lowly millionaire. They got bigger boats. They got battle destroyers and stuff in it. In terms of economic energy, they can throw bombs and really cause waves in it. Well, I just got little I guess what would you call it? Little tugboat. No, that's incorrect. Got a little speedboat, but I'm riding their waves, right? Just trying to. I can maneuver them. I've got that ability, but they got economic size and they got big brains. So let's read the latest from the great Arthur Hayes, probably the smartest financial mind in cryptocurrency industry, I believe. Michael Saylor's getting up there now, but he's doing historical thesis behind Bitcoin, isn't it? I don't think he trades his own capital. He's got a team of traders. But Arthur Hayes, he's been around since what, 2013, 2014? He created the perpetual swap, which is now a standard in the industry. I think the last couple of years have been tough for him because of the issues with the United States government, him being a United States citizen, and also his headquarters, Hong Kong. I think that really hurt him. What with the takeover of the island? Yeah, China took over Hong Kong. Yeah, it's theirs now. It will probably be official when the Hong Kong dollar turns into the Hong Kong won. Right? They'll do it. Okay, without further ado, let's fire up the BitMEX, this blog, not the BitMEX trading platform. If you want to do leverage, you should have a mentor, someone who can teach you properly how to use leverage, because in crypto, using leverage, you'll blow up your accounts way faster than doing the E-mini S&P. So maybe the E-mini S&P is a good foundational product to get into crypto trading, right? On derivatives. If you're so inclined. I don't trade. I just, have a little flutter here and there. But, you saw my Filecoin adventures. Capital just evaporates quickly. You can have big gains, but it's not really yours, is it? Those like the wipeout we just had, 10.1 billion. And again, I mentioned that 10.1 billion value was probably only maybe $500-600 million of actual deployment of capital. You have to look at the coin numbers and how much, and that's a good thing with the BitMEX. I mean, their fund, their insurance fund, that will tell you how much capital was deployed, lost, and gained. Because BitMEX is smart. I mean, Arthur Hayes is smart. That insurance fund, what is it? It's kind of his treasury, right? It's the platform's treasury, but it's also Arthur's treasury. So he is, I'm assuming, a multi-billionaire. Okay. Excuse me. Yep. So let's, without further ado, let's have a little perusal. And the title of his blog is "Grow Up." Or blow up. He doesn't mince his words here, or ever. I've never seen him mince his words. And so that, for me, is great. Really great. Grow up or blow up. Any views expressed in the blow are personal views of the author and should not form the basis for making investment decisions, nor be construed as a recommendation or advice to engage in investment transactions. That's better than DYOR, and it's better than I'm not a financial advisor. I like that. Okay. Now my computer's freezing up. Of course, there we go. So, Crypto Trader Digest, Grow Up or Blow Up, Money Printers, 1, 2, plenty of them, isn't it? And I forget the name of this face. What do you call that? Is it NPC guy? I don't know. Okay, let's read. Being right is great, but the true trading legends are right and then continue holding their positions until they are rich. Wow, that's what an opening line. It's no good just being right. You've got to hold position with conviction. He's talking about diamond hands here. A lot of people lament that had they bought Bitcoin back some years ago, if they held until today, they would be in a different wealth category. But how many shoulda, woulda, coulda investors could have bought Bitcoin at $1, not sold it when it doubled to 2, and how about 10x to 10? Yeah, hodling is incredibly hard. Riding a bull market is incredibly hard. That's why when we get to 100K, there's a lot of people who say, I've put in hard work for the last 3 years, 4 years. I need to take a break. I'm kind of in that position. I'm like, I've been working my ass off, and I'm ready to just kick back. That's why I keep bringing up Memorial Day, right? The difference between a trader and truly investor is having the courage to let your winners run until you reach the logical conclusion of the investing thesis that prompted the initial investment. Yep. That requires not just tactical trading acumen. This is war, man. That's why he's talking like this. Tactical trading. Trading and speculation is kind of warlike. Believe. But a macro belief in a theme or regime that powers the asset's long-term returns. Yeah. So first, doing your own research is coming up with solid ideas in your brain. Solid ideas in your brain before you even attempt to deploy capital, right? That's what he's talking about right here. How can you have your diamond hands if your foundational knowledge or idea is just somebody else's idea, something, a hot tip or whatever? Pumping Iron, that was really good. I read that one. And Digital Farmer, really good. So, yeah, excellent. I learned a lot from Arthur. I'm not learning a lot, but like ideas get cemented, you know? Some of the stuff is in my head already, but to see somebody else write it down and have the same idea, I was like, yeah, I'm on the right track. It's really great for me. I laid out in Pumping Iron my macro view on inflation. Yeah. His DeFi article told me quite a bit, actually. And also, it's amazing that he doesn't even know about Hex, right? Amazing. Because he was like, I've got to put deployment of capital in DeFi. I have to put into DeFi. This is like where everything's heading, right? But he's like, I need to spread it around like 20 different projects because I don't know enough about them. Some are going to blow up, guaranteed to blow up, right? Which they do, right? So, yeah, amazing. Imagine if he discovered Hex, right? 500 plus days of uptime, not a single problem. I've laid out in Pumping Iron my macro view on inflation, where I believe the crypto complex will feature the best returns in the financial asset firmament. See, again, another army term, right? Firmament, tactical, over the near to medium term. The crypto complex market cap has grown markedly since then, now flirting with 2 trillion. No, we're over that. We surpassed that. Came down to test 2 trillion in total capitalization. We are riding a bull market wave at the moment, and the question on how many people's mind is, when should I step off the ride? It is true. It is true. If we can predict a turning point where Bitcoin and cryptos cease to outperform the expansion of the reserve currency central bank balance sheet, the United States Federal Reserve, then exit point is clear. Yeah, yes. Beautiful sentence. Beautiful sentence. Yeah. If Bitcoin and cryptos are not going up faster than the inflation of the US dollar units, then what's the point in being in Bitcoin and cryptos, right? Then that would suggest something else is better out there. This sentence is very key. To help identify that turning point, let's go back in time and empirically evaluate how the major asset classes have or have not outperformed the Fed's balance sheet expansion. Yeah, okay, he's going to do some asset comparison here against Fed balance sheet expansion. Okay, this should be really interesting. Gold's not really holding up, I imagine. Is Facebook and Netflix holding up? I don't know. Maybe, let's see, it should be, right? They're going up hundreds of X since the inception. The FANG stocks. Note, I'm choosing to focus on the Fed because of the US dollar status, I guess again, status as the world's reserve currency. Yep. For how long? It's been in the world's reserve currency since 1944, right? That was the official timestamp, Bretton Woods. Most of this analysis will still apply to other currencies, but as we live in a US dollar world, let's analyze assets price in US dollars. Yeah, you're not going to do it in British pounds, are you? Or euros or yens? Ones, yes, you will, probably soon. When they depeg, or when they remove the peg, that will be the signal to the world that that's when they'll tell you that China is number one. Not until they depeg. Not that's you can write that down, record this and write that down. And of course, before I get into it, I want to thank Raoul Pal of the Global Macro Investor and Luke Gromman of the Forest for the Trees for the analytical frameworks I will use below to support my thesis. Okay, he's taking charts from Raoul. That's fine. Raoul's got Bloomberg terminal, isn't it? 20 grand a year or something. So yeah, why not? Just copy and paste from his Twitter feed. Bloomberg, can he still charge 20 grand a year? Oh my God, what idiots are still doing that? To the 2008 global financial crisis, the Bloomberg terminal thing is just a status symbol, right? That's what it is. The charts look like dog shit. The beginning of the end started when TradingView's charts look way better. The beginning of the end started. Okay, let's go to 2008 global financial crisis. The beginning of the end started when the world's central banks decided that they learned their lessons from the 1930s Great Depression. Yeah, right. That was the excuse to do what the stuff they're doing now. They want to keep harping on about stuff 100 years ago. Bloody hell. That is when deflation takes hold due to a banking crisis. Money printer go. Ben Bernanke was named Times Person of the Year in 2009 for saving the world. In quotation marks, the world from the spectre of deflation. Yes. Saving his rich homies. Feeding his rich homies. Below are historical performance charts of oil, copper, the case Shiller. That's a great name. Somebody should have got the Crypto Shiller. Crypto KC Shiller. Somebody should have took that for Twitter. US home price. I think it's some guy's name, a Princeton economic guy who branded himself as the person to determine how much houses are worth in the United States. So he created his own index and yeah, goes to town on it for the last entire career. It's good. Good for him. Taiwan, okay. US home price index, Taiwan semiconductor. Is that the index? Taiwan semiconductor. I'm thinking SMH. Semiconductor index. This is a company. Okay. It's hard to clear that in my mind. S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, gold, and Bitcoin. Okay. Deflated by the Fed's balance sheet. Oh, this is interesting now. He's not going to price these in dollars. He is going to price them in dollars. Or maybe he's not. He's going to do like a return comparison against, was it M2? Yeah. I think you can do this on TradingView, right? Yeah. Oh, this is going to be great. This could be this is why go broke, grow up or blow up. Like if you have zero financial understanding of markets and money and currency news, you need to grow the F up or blow the F up. You know what I'm saying? This is reset season. We've been expecting this for ages, years, decades, right? Ask the gold bugs. They've been expecting this for decades. If the ratio is rising, that means the asset is outperforming. Okay, up is good. If it is falling, the asset is underperforming. Down, bad. Okay, you got that in your head? Up, good. Down, bad. Since everything costs fiat money, yep. And as a worker bee, poor worker bees, you can't print US dollars. The growth of your financial savings must at least equal the debasement of money so that your quality of life is constant. Yeah. Yeah. You're getting eaten alive, everyone out there. Like your money, if you had 10 grand in the bank savings account, 10 years, it's basically can cut to 5 grand. Next 10 years can cut to what? 2.5 grand. It's essentially 30 years. In 30 years, your currency, your $1 or $10,000 is nothing. Buy a case of beer, essentially. So, yeah. $1,000 for a case of beer in 30 years, yeah. Because, yeah. How much did beer used to cost 30 years ago? Like 5 cents, 10 cents? Nothing. I remember used to paying, when I was in college, £1.20 for a pint of Stella in a nice bar during happy hour. £1.20 or something. Maybe it was £1 for a pint of Stella, the best beer at the time when it first got introduced to England back in the 90s. Pint of Stella. Yesterday or the other day, I was having a pint of beer. Asahi. It was $5.50 a pint. Yeah. It will be £10 a pint, probably by the end of the decade. £10 a pint. Get ready for that. How many pints can you afford? When I first started working, right, I viewed my hourly rate as beer tokens, like literally. So it gave me like a reference point. How many pints of beer could I buy with the hourly pay I was getting? That's how I used to think. Not because I'm an alcoholic, but it gave my mind a mental reference point. You know, other than USD. Whatever like works in your brain, you must do that in terms of your income and earnings, right? I use beer tokens as my mental framework. So I was always wanted to seek to grow my beer token per hour. Yeah. BTPH. How many beer tokens are you willing to pay me? I was talking about this other day. The jobs that I've applied to, experienced technical jobs, would only pay me £8.90. That's 1.5 beers, 1.6 beers, or 1.7 beers an hour. I can drink 2-3 beers an hour, right? So you have to pay me £15-16 an hour. Isn't that obvious? £20 an hour. That's how much you have to pay me. Minimum. Because I can drink that in an hour. Right? Know your max beer intake per an hour. Find out how much a pint of beer costs in your area. And that should be your minimum hourly rate you accept for a job. Minimum. I'm screaming now, sorry. I'm just want to highlight the importance of this point. Beer tokens per hour. The debasement of money so that your quality of life is constant, right? Right. WTI spot oil, 2008. 2008, yep. Wipeout. It's been continual wipeout oil. Yeah. John D. Rockefeller knew all about this. John D. Rockefeller pumped this up. John D. Rockefeller created a crash. Rockefeller fam. Not John D, but the Rockefeller fam. Fam bam. Underperformance versus Fed balance sheet. 2007 high to present. 95% wipeout. Wrecked. Completely wrecked. 2008 low to present. 60% down. Wreckage. Absolute wreckage. Do you want to be in the oil and gas business? Rockefeller doesn't. His family exited. A family business that lasted over 100 years. He's like, yeah, peace, we're out. Way back here. The chart above shows WTI spot oil. How am I doing on time? 21 minutes. The chart above shows WTI, World, I forget the name acronym now. Yeah, WTI spot oil. We are still a hydrocarbon powered civilization, as you can see and will see in every subsequent chart. There was a sharp fall from 2008 highs to 2009. Yep, as the Fed enacted quantitative easing. This marked the Fed's balance sheet first big growth spurt since World War II. Investing in spot oil underperformed monetary debasement. That is a good thing for plebeian consumers, as the cost of energy actually declined. There you go. They're giving you a little break. What if you decide to pump it up? Then they won't give you a break. These money masters can do anything they want. Copper. Wreckage. Wow. Wow. 2000 high to present, minus 88%. Not as bad as oil. Not as bad as oil. 2000 low to present. Okay, it's about to reclaim the 08 low. Interesting. Could be a build out. It is a build out. China, right? I bet they got a crap ton of copper, haven't they? China stored up. The above chart shows the performance of copper, one of the most important industrial commodities. When copper is ripping, many downstream goods that we consume will become more expensive. Oh, this is bad news for you guys. When copper starts reclaiming 0002, 0004, 0006, you've got EV demand, you've got China build out, Belt and Road, you've got infrastructure spending out your ass now from Biden administration, right? Oh my God, this is going to be a disaster for you guys. Again, the underperformance is net positive from a commodities point of view, as consumers' cost of living isn't skyrocketing. It can easily skyrocket soon, alongside the Fed's balance sheet. Okay, minus 11. He was off on the crypto cap market of 2 trillion. He said we were under it, we were over it. We cracked that, smashed that. This could be in the positive territory already. Things like that moving that quickly. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Homes, great investment, right? Bricks and mortar. Case-Shiller, US National Home Price Index. Oh my God, this is going to be... Copper's down 88%. Homes have got to be down worth at least 80%, right? Oh, look at this wreckage. Wow, 2006 high, boom. Minus 86%. Wrecked. Homes are getting wrecked. 2000 low to present. 2008 low. We're 55% below 08 low. Still. Flipping heck. The above chart is the Case-Shiller US National Home Price Index. Property is commonly thought of as a suitable inflation. I'm sorry, I can't speak tonight. Need a drink of water. Property is commonly thought of as a suitable inflation hedge. However, even with the nominal price bouncing off the lows of the 2008 global financial crisis, prices, when deflated by the Fed balance sheet, got wrecked. Wreckage. 86%, 55% negative. Moving on to the stock market. Okay, this is going to be really interesting. I'm fascinated by this. This is the freaking gold by Arthur Hayes. Moving on to the stock market. Is anybody in there watching? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to check the chat every so often. I don't know how long this blog is. Could be hours long. Moving on to the stock market, the computer and internet have fundamentally changed human civilization. Yeah, of course. Went from desktops to mobile, and mobile is now freaking on your bloody wrist now, isn't it? Mental. Bluetooth, Starlink, right? All that stuff. Moving on to the stock market, the computer and internet have fundamentally changed human civilization. Remember sending postcards and stuff and created enormous wealth. Have you got rich in the last 20 years? You should have. Create enormous wealth across equity capital markets. The following two charts show the performance of NASDAQ 100 index, which I use as a proxy for tech as a whole. Okay, yeah. And of Taiwan Semiconductor, which I view as the most important company in the world. Oh, because silicon chips, right? They go in everything. Is Taiwan Semiconductor that influential? Are they better than AMD? I guess everything in Asia uses these guys, not American companies. Of course. Why would you use American companies? Why are you going to send your wealth to America? You'll buy their stuff, their property. You'll take the land, take the houses, take New York apartments. But you ain't going to give them business. You use your own company, isn't it? Why don't Americans think like that? Or people in Washington? They're sending you a crap ton of money to Asia, not to you guys. Okay, NASDAQ. What is your prediction? Is it positive or negative against the balance sheet? Can it hang on for dear life? Oh, this is interesting. This is the internet boom. This was the real boom. This was the end of US capital. This was the turning point forever. Tech wreck and then 9/11. Tech wreck, then 9/11. The final nail in the coffin for America. Tech wreck, 9/11, GFC. Is this a long consolidating bottom? Is this a left shoulder? Is this a head? Is that a right shoulder? Is tech undervalued? Is that what Arthur's getting at? He's definitely getting at this. He's definitely saying you think you got rich, but you didn't get rich. People in 96 to 90, they made tens and tens of millions. Did you make tens and tens of millions in the last decade? Right? That's what Arthur's saying here in this chart. 2007 high back here. Minus, we're down 25%. Still, even with flipping Apple, Facebook, Amazon doing what they're doing, they're still down 25%. Off the low, we're up 225%, which is a triple and a bit, right? 100% is double, 200% is a triple. 100% is a double, 200% is a triple and a bit. Anyone chat? Nah. The body bags, analog businesses, body bags, death, destruction, right? Analog, Kodak, Polaroid, whatever, continues to pile up in the wake of the big tech takeover. Yeah, that's true. True. I was comparing Hilton Group. Like, oh yeah, Airbnb launched, isn't it? Why would you own Hilton when you can own an app? Airbnb. I wonder how that's doing. Should I have a look? No, you guys look at Airbnb. That should be a long-term hold. The monumental rise in tech and digital businesses have propped up the NASDAQ, enabling it to continue performing well even after the crisis. Okay. However, it still has not regained its 2007 local high. Here we go. And we are nowhere near close to its real peak. That's the real peak, dudes, versus the Fed's balance sheet, which occurred in 2000. For those who think tech is overvalued, it actually isn't when viewed against the monetary base, right? It hurts me to say this, but in the age of central bank inspirational, Monetary chicanery. Chicanery, I like that word. Earnings mean nothing. Do you hear what he's saying? Earnings mean nothing. The flow of liquidity to and from is what determines value. That is so true. I know this, but like when you see a billionaire say it too, now that's idea's permanently in my brain. I knew that. Everyone knows that, but nobody really discusses it properly, right? Not like Arthur. He breaks shit down, man. TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor, right? He said the most important company in the world. Let's see. High to present. 2007 high. He's taken out the high. 07. Great. Asia. Booming. West. Got handbrakes. We've got and everything you try and do here. I just contacted local township, said I want to organise an event, innit? And they were like, no, it's too similar to what other people are planning. I go, who's planning what? And he goes, I can't tell you that. He said, come back next year. I call BS. They're not doing the event that I had planned in my head. I guarantee it. Their event's going to be crap. So, yeah. I would have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for the local economy, but they're like, screw you. That's what's going on in socialist UK. All right, whatever you want to do, guys, keep it up. It's insane sanity going on here. Why should I invest in this place when they don't even want to respect capital? Mental. 2007 high to present plus 16%. Okay. 2000 low to present 320%. Here. That's 4x, 4.2x, right? Wow, it's doing good. Doing great. Imagine what the US dollar crushing is going on by TSMC. TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor, is a pure play foundry. Foundry is relating to steel. Like a foundry makes steel from its core inputs, right? That is at the forefront in the development of chips that power integrated circuits. Ooh, Bitcoin. TSMC is to the computer and internet as hydrocarbons, oil are to transportation. No TSMC, no cars, no smartphones, no personal computers, and most importantly, no Bitcoin mining. Wowzers. Taiwan Semiconductor is just a monster. It outperformed its 2000 high by 16%. This is the first thing that's done it. Similar to the NASDAQ, even buying to its parabolic nominal price. He's talking about US dollar price chart. At these levels, not paying too much. Wow. It still has significant room to go and match its 2000 flipping valuations. I bet this is getting crushed. Oh my God, destruction. S&P 500. You thought S&P 500 was at its all-time highs. Flipping heck. Just look at it. Like I keep saying, 2000 was the end point of the US empire. Hammer, 9/11 hammer. They got you hooked on buying Escalades here, and then they rug pulled you here. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, tech wreck. 9/11 hammer. If you want to take down a country, take down its biggest symbol of capitalism the world has seen up to that point. It was the Twin Towers. Take that down, son. You don't deserve to have icons, right? And the new tower they built looks crap compared to the old towers. The twins were beautiful, absolutely beautiful, still magnificence. I don't like the new tower. It looks just yuck. And is it smaller? Yeah, it looks rubbish. Bear flag. So here's when it got you. They pushed the ninja loans, the HELOCs, got you into the Escalades. $66,000 Escalades that worth $3,000 now. Look it up, I'm sure. 4,000 tops. They wrecked you, man. They rug pulled you. They gave you the rope to hang yourself, and they rug pulled you. They pulled out the chair here. Don't underestimate the number of decades they plan ahead, right? Wreckage, destruction, on the floor, never coming up, or will it? I don't know. It may go up to here the next decade. Doesn't mean jack shit, does it? 2007 high to present, minus 70. 2008 low to present, plus 37%. It's freaking hell. It's taking 13 years to give you 37% return on your money. Essentially, these returns, these charts are deflated by the Fed balance sheet. Maybe the wall of money that they got in their locker that they're ready to unleash is now going to hit to 2021. They got their man in power now, or in their seat. The anointed ones appointed the one. Good stuff. S&P 500 represents broad-based equities. So many hedge funds, masters of the universe, wish their returns could beat the SPX before fees. On second thought, their clients probably want that even more. Remember, it's all about the two. The two being the commission. That's what hedge funds charge, 2% a year, every year, not the 20. That's the return. That's what they take on the back end when you cash out, I believe. Or is it annual 20% off the return? So he's saying it's the commission, not the return. That's important. SPX is a straight dog. It's still 70% below its 2007 highs. And don't even look yonder to 2000 lest you die of fright. Yes. Broadly speaking, equities are not undervalued. When deflated by the expansion of the domestic currency monetary base. If anything, they have proved that on a macro level, there are poor inflation hedges. Whoa, this is major stuff spouting here. Now let's get into the realm of alternative stores of value. Because the oracles of the Mariner Eccles building. Oh, that must be either the Federal Reserve Bank of New York or the actual Fed building in Washington, D.C. I don't know. I didn't know it was called that. Cannot print gold or Bitcoin. These so-called zero income producing pieces of fiction. Whoa, he's coming out big. Connect has a neutral monetary asset. Yeah. If Saylor reads this and starts spouting this out, it's game over for everyone. Gold got wrecked. What did he say? The body bags of analog businesses. The body bags of analog monetary stores of value. Getting wrecked. Wrecked. Is it overperforming or underperforming the Fed balance sheet? It's underperforming by 70% from the 07 high. 2008 low. It's putting up a fight. Up 37%. So equivalent to, I believe, US equities. Right? Is that the same? Am I looking at the wrong chart? Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. But it's similar. Very similar to S&P. Gold doesn't have dividends, so that's why Buffett will still bash it. Or is he? He bought some gold stock, didn't he? Very similar. Very similar indeed. As you can see above, gold has not done its job. After performing well up until its nominal all-time high reached in 2011, it shit the bed. Yeah, it shit the bed. And all-in has, if you went all-in, gold has underperformed by 78%. All in all, has underperformed by 78% since the 2008 high. Many gold bugs will cite this chicanery surrounding unallocated gold and paper derivatives as supposed levers that's used to keep the gold price down. I'm going to be interested to see what his take is. And avoid signaling the return of rampant inflation. There we go. If you believe that, then absolutely buy physical gold using no leverage, and hopefully in the near future the market comes to senses. Yeah, do that. It's fine. That's his use case. Something you can bury in the back garden, isn't it? All right. Oh, here we go. Big dog, Godcoin. Was that the top? Was that the top? Was that the top? That's the 2017 top. Was that the D top? This is what we're going to find out. This is what we need to know. This is why you came here. This is what I came here to read Arthur's blog. 2008 high to present is this number. What is this number? 24 million 284,000 24,280,396%. Up top, hollow at that. The caveat here is that up until recently, Bitcoin's nominal USD market cap was supremely insignificant. That's correct. Only now that it has crossed the 1 trillion milestone that we can truly evaluate whether it can continue to outperform Fed-sponsored monetary debasement. This is the key. Let's see what you can do now. Bitcoin, Godcoin. Okay, I might have to do a part 2 on this. I'm going to end it on Bitcoin. What else do you talk about? Okay, it's going to be a 2-part video. I'll use this long, yeah. Okay, this is going to be... you can read it yourself, obviously, but I'm going to read it on StreamYard like this. Oh, wages. Oh, man, this is gold, man. This is Godcoin. Anyway, that's part 1 over and done with. Cheers, guys. Hope you guys get something out of it. I certainly am. This is could be I might finish this up tomorrow or Sunday or tonight. I don't know. I don't feel like reading it again tonight, so it's probably tomorrow. All right, guys. Cheers. Bye.